بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه وبعد. All praise due to Allah and His praise and blessings and peace be upon our Prophet Muhammad صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. نحن في أول حديث عن النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وهو حديث أبو هريرة قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم حق المسلم على المسلم ست إذا لقيته فسلم عليه وإذا دعاك فأجبه وإذا استنصحك فانصح وإذا عطس فحمد الله فسمته في رواية فشمته وإذا مرض فعده وإذا مات فاتبعه. That Abu Hurairah reported that the Prophet ﷺ said, the haqq, the right of every Muslim upon other Muslims, and the word haqq, it means the right. And the right, it means something that I have to give it to someone. So your right upon me, so that means I have to give you your right. And a right can be something must and can be something recommended. الحق منه ما هو واجب وجوب يأثم بالإنسان بتركه ومنه ما هو مستحب. So any hadith says haqq, it could means something must or recommended. قال حق المسلم على المسلم, the right of Muslim upon other Muslims. And we said that so many of these also applicable to non-Muslims, but Islam starts with the Muslims, because if you're not good to your Muslim brothers, how can you be good to those who are farther away from you? And this goes against the notion that some people are so nice and kind to non-Muslims, but they are so mean and rude to their Muslim brothers. Yani if a non-Muslim comes to your store, you give him the discount and you treat him very nice and with a smile. And when the Muslim guy come to you, you just squeeze him to the max. Okay? It's interesting. If I go, also vice versa, if I go to a non-Muslim store, I will be very respectful. How much you pay? 10. I give him 11 with the tip. But if your Muslim brother tells you it's 10, la ya akhi, my seer, you know, Muslim brother, you squeeze him to the max. That's wrong. The default that we should treat each other the best. And that's apply also to your family members. You should treat your family member the best. You care for your family the best. Then the father and the father. Al-aqrabun awla bil-ma'ruf. The closest they are to you, they have more right upon you. So when the Nabi ﷺ said the Muslim upon Muslim, not because he doesn't care about, or Islam doesn't care about non-Muslim, no. Sit. What's sit? هذا العدد لا مفهوم له. It not means exactly 6, because there is more than 6. But the Nabi want to point out 6. وحديث أبو هريرة الذي في الصحيحين الرواية المشهورة 5. The famous narrations 5, not 6. هنا مسألة. عند العلماء يفرقون بين زيادة الثقة ومخالفة الثقة. There is a difference between when a narrator adds something to the narration and narrate something that contradicts the other narrations. When a person narrates something that contradicts the other narrations, we call this mukhalafa, contradictions. And that will make us consider this narrations rejected. We put hold into it. And we call it in science of hadith what? Shadh, hadith shadh. But when the narrator will narrate something different than the others, his narrations has extra information. Okay? And he basically adds something. He didn't contradict, it's adding. There is no contradictions. We call this ziyadatu thiqah. وزيادة الثقة مقبولة عند أهل العلم. This extra information is basically acceptable. And if somebody interested to know more about this, one of the best reference for this will be Ibn Rajab rahimahullah wrote an amazing writing about this في شرحه لعلل الترمذي في شرح علل الترمذي. قال فسل إذا لقيته فسلم عليه. If you meet him, give him salam. See, in every one of them, إذا دعاك فأجبه, إذا عطس فحمد الله فشمت. Every one it says فاء. الفاء هذه في لغة العرب اسمها إيش؟ فاء التعقيب وتفيد معنيين. الفاء has two benefits. Number one, it means you do this immediately. So when he gives you salam, you immediately say وعليكم السلام. Okay? But أيضا لها فائدة أخرى اسمها التوكيد, which it means to emphasis. يعني it is emphasize on the importance of replying. Emphasize on the importance of answering the call to the food or to the feast. Emphasize on the importance of giving nasiha. Okay? So للتأكيد على الأمر. قوله صلى الله عليه وسلم فسلم عليه, give him salam. فشمت is the same meaning, and we talked about this before. استنصحك يعني ask you for advice, so give him the advice or seek advice. فعده, it means يعني go visit him, and comes from العود وهو التكرار والرجوع. Okay? Why we call visiting a sick person's عيادة? Because people go back to the person. People go, then another people go back, and another people come. And usually a lot of people go to visit the sick person. طيب. We mentioned some of the benefits and the fawaid and the masail last time. So I will start from where I ended last time. And I will start with the issues related to when you meet the person, give him salam. Number one, Assalamu alaikum Khalid. You remember? Assalamu alaikum. It's a greeting that was giving from Allah to us. Okay? So who taught us to say Assalamu alaikum? Allah. That's why in the Sahih al-Bukhari and also في Sahih Muslim عن النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم أنه قال خلق الله آدم على صورته طوله 60 ذراعا فلما خلقه قال اذهب فسلم على أولئك النفر وهم نفر من الملائكة جلوس فاستمع ما يجيبونك فإنها تحيتك وتحية ذريتك فذهب فقال السلام عليكم فقالوا وعليكم السلام وزادوا ورحمة الله. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Adam in Jannah, go and give salam. So he ordered him to give salam to the angels. And he said, listen to what they're going to tell you. So when he told them, Assalamu alaikum. So who told Adam to say, Assalamu alaikum? Allah. Then the angel said, Wa alaikum salam. And they added, Wa rahmatullah. And Allah's mercy upon you. So this is something from Allah to us. He's the one who taught us this beautiful greeting. طيب. And Allah told Adam, this is your greeting and the greeting of your ummah until what? The day of judgment. Question. Why we never heard Assalamu alaikum, this greeting, in nations before us? Yani where is Musa and Isa and yani all the prophets before us? First of all, we don't have a detailed history of all the prophets. Yani, do we know what Nuh said? We don't have a detail of what these. Maybe they used to say Salaam alaikum to each other. Who knows? Maybe Idris used to say, who knows? That's right. There's no proof that it was not used through history, number one. The closest one to us, like the Jews and Christians, they don't say Salaam alaikum because a lot of change happened to their religion. They changed part of their religion and they adopted other greetings. And maybe they say greeting in their own language, similar or carry the same meaning of Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. But anyway, many things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given this ummah, nations before us have lost it, and Muhammad sallallahu reignited again. Muhammad sallallahu revived it again, and it was given to the Prophet sallallahu. For instance, just a simple example, Friday. What's so special about Friday? No, your neighbor. What's so special about Friday? Jumu'ah prayer. What else? Good. It's a day of judgment start, and all prophets knows that. It's the day Adam was created, Adam was put in Jannah, sent down to earth. But notice, none of the other religions knows anything about Friday this way. It was lost. Okay? But our ummah, Allah guided them to take advantage. That's why, like what he said, we basically pray Friday, and that was made in that special day, because it's a very special time. طيب. By the way, this hadith that I just mentioned to you, هو دليل من قال أن آدم لغته كانت اللغة العربية. This is the proof that some scholar has to say that Adam used to speak Arabic, because he said to them, Assalamu alaikum. And they said, Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So that means that's the language that he used. Okay? And that's one of the strongest evidence that the scholars had about what language Adam used to talk. Because we don't believe what some geologists say, that cavemen or humanity started with sign language, that they don't know how to talk. Then they develop talk later on. That's right? Is that what you guys maybe taught in school or something like that? You know, we just don't agree with that. We know that Adam was fully aware of languages, fully aware of words, and the other opinion among the scholars that Adam spoke many languages. That's why Allah taught him all the names in all different languages. But I wouldn't say all languages, because languages come from each other. So maybe he knows the language that basically the mother tongues of all the languages. Like, for example, English. Which language come from which? English comes from French, or French come from English? French come from English. Now, English made of 5 languages. One of them is French. So French is older than English. Okay? So it's more authentic than Latin is one of them. So you go to the mother languages, you see. So when you go to these, basically, maybe Adam, he mastered these languages, 5 or 6 languages. And that were all languages the world comes from. طيب. This hadith, قول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, when you meet him, when you meet your Muslim brother, you give him salam, him or her. This hadith shows you that it is highly recommended that you give salam to someone you meet, because the Nabi order you and he encourages you to give the person salam. And the Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم في الصحيح قال وخيرهما الذي يبدأ بالسلام. The best among both of them is the one who start with salam. Question. The best among both of them, referring to whom? Anybody knows the story of the hadith? قال خيرهما. The best of the two is the one who starts salam, who gives salam first. The best of the two. The hadith talk about the two Muslims who don't talk to each other. Al-mutahajirain. If two people don't talk to each other. Me and Khalid, we had a fight. Me and, you and Qais had a fight. And you don't talk to each other. The Prophet ﷺ said, the best of you is the one who will start by saying Assalamu alaikum, to break that, hard feeling. You break that gap, or you basically break the ice, as we say. So he says, Assalamu alaikum. Abu Waleed is not very happy with me. He see me, and he said, Assalamu alaikum. He's better than me, because he is the one who starts salam. إذا كان هذا في حق المتهاجرين فما بالك بالمتحابين. If the people who have a problem with each other, the best of them is the one who gives salam first. What about the people who love each other for the sake of Allah? No doubt the one who gives salam first is better. So make sure that you always be the first one to give salam. That's why I love it when someone answers the phone, Assalamu alaikum. He always beats me to it. Because he starts with the Assalamu alaikum. So I had to say wa alaikum assalam to him. He did it first. Assalamu alaikum, you can say Assalamu alaikum. To individual or to group. Assalamu alaikum. Lil-fard wal-jama'ah. A group of people said, Assalamu alaikum. Ibrahim by himself, Assalamu alaikum. Also, Assalamu alayka. Only for one person. Okay? Also, you can say, Salamun alayka. All this is basically possible. Can you add? Can you say, Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh? Absolutely. Allah said in the Quran, Rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu alaykum ahl al-bayt. So Allah added here, Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh alaykum ahl al-bayt. And at-tashahhud, what do we say in at-tashahhud? What do we say in at-tashahhud? Assalamu alayka ayyuha an-nabiyyu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So we add here, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And the angel said to Adam, wa rahmatullah. طيب. في Sunan Abu Dawud at-Tirmidhi, النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم was sitting with the companions. فمر رجل على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال السلام عليكم. A man passed by and said السلام عليكم. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم said 10. And another man passed and he said السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. The Prophet said what? 20. Another person, third person said السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم said what? 30. فقام رجل من المجلس وما سلم فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ما أوشك ما نسي صاحبكم. It's interesting. After this, one of the people sitting left. Then the Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم said, man, he forgot so quickly. He forgot so quickly. I just said 10, 20, 30, and all this he didn't get it. Then he said صلى الله عليه وسلم قال فإن بدا له أن يجلس فليجلس وإذا قام فليسلم فليست الآخرة بأحق من الأولى. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, if you want to sit, you can sit, you give salam and you sit. But if you leave, you should also say Assalamu alaikum. So let's say Muhammad now decide that this class is not good for me, or Dr. Ishfaq want to leave home. So Dr. Ishfaq, when he leaves, the sunnah is to say what? Assalamu alaikum, then he leaves. He said, the Prophet ﷺ said, the second one, it is as important as the first one. Can somebody tell me why? Why the second one is as important as the first one?
If you're saying hello, it's exactly like if you're saying hello, it means to the person as much as you saying goodbye.
It means a lot to the person. Because when you say Assalamu alaikum, peace upon you, you will never see any harm from me in your present. But don't you think also you don't want any gossip, any backbite, any harm in your absent? So I'm telling you, while I'm with you, you should not expect any harm. And when we depart from each other, we should not harm one another. I protect your honor and your absent. That's why I say, Assalamu alaikum. Yani also when I leave you, don't expect me that I will say, if this is the reality, would be ever fitting that what we see in society today, when somebody just left and everybody in the gathering said, man, this guy stink. You know, this guy bad, this guy this. Or he leaves, man, and he start backbite the people. That's no salam alaikum. There's no peace and no harm. You just harm them and you basically have done wrong to them. That's why also Al-Manawi said what just Khalid said. Al-Manawi is a great scholar who have an explanation for Ibn Majah. He said, because that will open the heart and make people love one another. قال فإنه أقدم للمحبة. يعني make people love one another and respect one another. طيب. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم said, hold on. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم لا تقل عليك السلام فإن عليك السلام تحية الموتى في سنن أبي داود من حديث أبي جري الهجيمي أبو جري الهجيمي قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم don't say Alayka salam. Why? Because that's the greeting for the dead. Okay? So when you say, you don't say alayka salam like this. Greet someone like that. طيب, Brother Mu'ad, when you go to the cemetery, what do you say? How do you greet the dead? How do you make tahiyatul maqbara when you enter the maqbara? What do you do? What do you say? Do you say alayka salam, alaykum salam to the dead? What do you say? Assalamu alaykum دار قوم مؤمنين أنتم السابقون ونحن إن شاء الله بكم لاحقون. You don't say alaykum salam. You say assalamu alaykum. The way you greet the living, you greet the dead. And في حديث عائشة رضي الله عنها السلام على أهل الديار من المسلمين ومن المؤمنين والمسلمين يرحم الله المستقدمين منكم ومنا والمستأخرين وإنا إن شاء الله بكم لاحقون. So all the dua that we have in the Sunnah, none of it is عليك السلام or عليكم السلام. As a matter of fact, some people thought because of this hadith, he said, alayka salam is the greeting of the dead. When they enter the cemetery, they said, alaykum salam, like this. But what this hadith means? قال ابن القيم رحمه الله وقد ظن بعض الجهال. Some people don't have knowledge, ignorant of the sunnah, that the sunnah when you enter the cemetery said, alaykum salam. And he said, that's not correct. What the Prophet ﷺ meant, حكاية الواقع للمشروع. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم was talking about the habit and the custom of the people during the Prophet ﷺ time. كان في زمان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم العرب إذا قالت عليك السلام تقول للميت ما تقول للحي. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم was telling what happening in his time. In his lifetime, sallallahu when people when people go and see a dead person, they said, alayka salam. When they see a grave, they said, alayka salam. So that's how they greet the dead. Not because this is the Islamic greeting. No, Islam did not differentiate between living and dead when it comes to giving salam, making dua for them. But the Nabi was كان يحكي الواقع. Not because that's the sunnah. So that's why there is no contradiction between this ahadith and what the Prophet ﷺ meant here. طيب قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا لقيته فسلم عليه. هل يدل هذا على وجوب البدء بالسلام؟ النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم said when you meet him, give him salam. Does that mean I have to give salam? What العلماء رحمهم الله ابن عبد البر قال أجمع العلماء agreed أن ابتداء السلام سنة ورده واجب. العلماء agreed that initiating salam is sunnah and replying is must. وحكى هذا الإجماع عدد من العلماء. Many scholars have mentioned that consensus, that the ulama have a consensus and agreed upon this issue, that initiating the salam is a sunnah, but responding is must. Why? They said because Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam قال لا يحل لرجل أن يهجر أخاه فوق ثلاث. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam gave a permission for a person not to give salam to each other for 3 days. But after 3 days you must give salam to your brother. Okay? And also they said because as-salam is etiquette and adab, and all the adab and the etiquettes are not in the obligatory section. It is part of the recommended act. I don't agree that there is ijma' on this, especially Ibn Abdul Barr. Where is Ibn Abdul Barr from? Al-Maghrib. طيب in Morocco لا مش المغرب. Ibn Abdul Barr Andalus. Huh? Yeah, in Spain, in Andalus. In Andalus, one of the greatest scholars of Andalus, his name is Ibn Hazm. قال السلام واجب. السلام واجب. To give someone salam is must when you meet the person. And he took this hadith, he said it's must. And also, by the way, it is one narration from Madhab Imam Ahmad. فدعوى الإجماع ليست سليمة. Da'wah al-ijma' is no consensus. Okay? But Ibn Abdul Barr rahimahullah and many scholars like him, they don't consider Ibn Hazm's opinions break the consensus. لماذا لا يعد العلماء مخالفة الظاهرية يعني كسرا للإجماع? Why العلماء don't consider the opinions of the Zahiri madhab is something that break the consensus or break the ijma'? Because the principles of the Zahiriyya is different than the principles of al-ulama rahimahumullah. Because of that reason exactly, we don't consider the opinions of the Ash'ariyah and the Mu'tazilah and the Maturidiyah something that break the ijma' Ahl Sunnah in the books of Aqidah. Because their principles of driving the rules and understanding that matter of Aqidah is different than the principle that Ahl Sunnah used to drive the creeds of Aqidah. Anyway, so it is Sunnah to start this. Have you ever heard this word before? As-salam qabl al-kalam. Anybody heard that statement before? Yeah, as-salam qabl al-kalam. This hadith reported by Tirmidhi, but the Tirmidhi said قال هذا منكر. It's a rejected hadith, so it's a very weak. طيب من بدأكم بالكلام قبل السلام فلا تجيبوه. Whoever talked to you before giving you salam, don't answer him. Have you heard this hadith before? Also, it's a very famous hadith. Whoever starts with talking to you before he give you salam, don't answer him. This hadith reported by Ibn Sunni fi Amal al-Yawm wal-Layla, and it is a very weak narration. It's also very weak narration. قال أبو زرعة وأبو حاتم هذا حديث باطل. This hadith is void. And also goes against what you just said. It's sunnah to give the salam. طيب, Al-Islam did not ask us only to greet or to respond to salam. Al-Islam asked us to do something more than that, which is قال أفشوا السلام بينكم. Spread, أفشوا. Can you say أفشوا? Just say it with me. أفشوا. أفشوا. Can you say it, Khalid? أفشوا. You see, your mouth like the air goes all over your mouth. So intishar basically is spreading. That's how أفشوا means. You know? By the way, in Arabic language, it's something unique about Arabic. Many words in Arabic language, the way you pronounce it, it tells you about the meaning. So for example, say عض. Say عض. عض. You see, you're biting. It means biting. عض. It's like you bite. Okay, for example, sama. Say sama. You go up, which is sky. Ard. You feel your whole mouth goes down, which is this land. It's interesting, like there's many words like this in Arabic language. One of my favorite one in the Quran, فَكُبْكِبُوا فِيهَا. Kubkibu. Say kubkibu. It's like, you know, that's what kubkibu means, rolling in hellfire. Anyway, عبد الله بن سلام سمع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول في أول كلام له في المدينة أيها الناس أفشوا السلام أطعموا الطعام وصلوا والناس نيام تدخلون الجنة بسلام. He said صلى الله عليه وسلم, O people, spread salam. Feed the hunger. Pray while people are sleeping, you will enter Jannah in peace. Yes, Khalid.
Actually, so you know you said when you're leaving you should say salam too. So what if you're just trying to like say salam and then leave? You say salam alaikum, salam alaikum.
You just say salam alaikum to everybody and you leave. Yeah.
Like if you're just like if you walk up to somebody, say salam alaikum, you just leave after that, or you have to say salam alaikum.
No, if you're passing by, one salam is enough. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لا تدخلون الجنة حتى تؤمنوا. You will not enter Jannah until you be a believer, and you will not be a believer until you love one another. And I want to tell you something, if you do, you will love one another. فعلتموه تحاببتم. أفشوا السلام بينكم. Spread salam among yourself. ولذلك قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في الصحيحين: إن أفضل الأعمال إطعام الطعام وتقرئ السلام على من عرفت ومن لم تعرف. The best deeds you can do is to feed the hunger, and to what? And to give salam to those who you know and those who you don't know. That's why in Ammar قال: ثلاث من جمعهن فقد جمع الإيمان. Three things, if you care for them, you will complete your iman. What are they? Ya salam. إنصافك من نفسك. You be fair and just with yourself. وبذل السلام للعالم أو للعالم. That you give salam to everyone, to the whole world. And والإنفاق من الإقتار. That you give even though you have very little. Ya salam. You give, huh? قال إنصاف من نفسك. إنصاف من نفسك. Yani be fair with yourself, even if you're against yourself. And because of this, as-Sahaba cared so much about spreading salam to the extent At-Tufayl ibn Ubay ibn Ka'b used to go to his, like an uncle كذا, Abdullah ibn Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anh. He will go with him to the suq. يقول فلا يمر عبد الله بن عمر على سقاط ولا صاحب بيعة ولا مسكين ولا أحد إلا سلم عليه. يعني إيش سقاط؟ سقاط، لا، سقاط هذا الذي يبيع سقط المتاع. الذي يبيع سقط المتاع. The one who sell يعني like what we call in modern days or flea market. You know, like you go to the flea market. You know, the people who use second hand, like thrift things or used stuff. Okay? And nobody, or miskeen, anyone, poor, rich, famous, unknown, he will give the person salam. At-Tufayl said, I came to Abdullah ibn Umar yawm, and he basically asked me to follow him to the suq. And I said, what do you do? Every time I see you, we go to the market, to the suq. And وَلَا تَقِفُ عَلَى الْبَيْعِ. You never check the price of any merchandise. You never look to anything that is actually sold in the mall. وَلَا تَسْأَلْ عَنِ السِّلَعِ وَلَا تُسَاوِمْ عَلَيْهَا. You don't even ask for the price or anything. وَلَا تَجْلِسْ فِي مَجْلِسٍ. And you don't sit there. Why do you go? قال فقال عبد الله بن عمر قال يا أبا بطن. كان الطفيل له بطن يعني كرشة. قال يا أبا بطن وكان الطفيل ذا بطن إنما نغدو من أجل السلام نسلم على من لقينا. He said, hey, a man with a big tummy, you know, because he has a tummy. He said, hey, you know, the man with the tummy, we go to the market just to give salam to people. And he said, Wallahi, I go to the market. I have no reason to be there except that I see so many people, so I give so many salams. And I get so much ajr. That's how they cared about. Also, when it comes to giving salam, من صور نشر السلام, among spreading salam, أن ترسل سلامك إلى من هو غائب عنك. You send your salam to people not present in front of you. Like what? Like I ask Ammar, when you see my daughter Sarah, give her my salam. Okay? I said, for example, to brother Aqib, when you see Umair, give him salam and tell him where he is, why he didn't come. You know, your son. So basically give salam. And it is, Imam Nawawi rahimahullah قال, وَيُسَنُّ بَعْثُ السَّلَامِ إِلَى مَنْ غَابَ عَنْكَ. It is sunnah to give salam to those who are not present in front of you. Also, it is salam to send a text message. I text message Muntasir and I said, Assalamu alaikum. You know, just he's not in front of me, but I send him. Or I write it on a piece of paper and I mail it to someone, like in the old days. Okay? And by the way, if someone asks you to deliver the salam, you must deliver the salam. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إيش? إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُكُمْ أَن تُؤَدُّوا الْأَمَانَاتِ إِلَى أَهْلِهَا. Allah asks you to fulfill the amana, the trust. That's why I hate it when I always say no. I'm coming here, somebody said, give salam to my brothers and sisters in Houston. Excuse me? That's mean I have to see everyone. This person give you salam. I said, no. Be specific. Because if I said yes and accepted, it became like amana on me to deliver to every Muslim I see or I meet in Houston. Some people give you these weird requests. Okay? Also, from the sunnah, then when you give salam and listen, and when you reply to the salam, you say it out loud. كما قال ابن القيم كان هديه الجهر بالسلام. The way the Prophet gives salam, he said it out loud. Not like sometimes I give salam and he said, no, say it out loud. قال عبد الله بن عمر إذا سلمت فأسمع فإنها تحية مباركة طيبة. When you give salam or respond to salam, make it heard. It's a blessed dua. Okay? قال ابن حجر رحمه الله ولذلك لا يكتفي بالسلام سرا بل يشترط الجهر به. That's why you don't say it secretly unless you are in the prayer or maybe you're in a situation where you cannot say it out loud. طيب. طيب. If I want you to hear my response, the sunnah is to say it out loud so you can hear it. Shaykh Ibrahim always pick on me on this. So I put it here just because he always pick on me on this. And I found his point is valid. I have a habit that I don't write wa alaykum salam. When somebody email me or somebody send me text message, salam alaykum, I don't write wa alaykum salam. I say always wa alaykum salam. I said it verbally, but I don't write it. But I was reflecting upon what the sunnah is to make the person hear your response. So it would be also good for him to see your response in writing. Okay? So I just put this only because of you. Okay. قال الصنعاني, if somebody send you salam in a paper, you must respond to it. If somebody send you salam in a paper and you read it or on an email, you said wa alaykum salam. So many people don't pay attention to this, by the way. He read it, but he never say wa alaykum salam. In your text message and WhatsApp. San'ani rahimahullah said, from this hadith we learn that you must say wa alaykum salam. Because radd salam wajib. Respond to the salam is wajib. And Ibn Muflih rahimahullah said, if he send you a salam in a letter, or he send you salam from behind the wall, you should say wa alaykum salam even if he doesn't hear you. Even if he couldn't hear you. You should respond by saying wa alaykum as-salam. طيب, if someone give you salam from a distance, like I come to Ibrahim and I tell him, by the way, your friend so and so, your friend your friend so and so give you salam. Abu Bakr from Mecca give you salam. How he should respond? I get the pleasure to meet, for example, Abdullah Shaykh's sister in Mecca. Hypothetical. And I tell him, your sister give you salam. How he should respond? She says, salam alaikum. You respond by saying what? You have options. You can say, wa alayhi salam, wa alayha salam. You give salam back to her. And the proof for that, Aisha radiallahu anha, قال لها النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يا عائشة هذا جبريل يقرئك السلام. This is Jibreel giving you salam. فقالت وعليه السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. وعليه السلام ترى ما لا أرى يا رسول الله. You see what I can't see. So she said وعليك السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. But I found it interesting to see across the board يكاد يكون إطباق من أهل العلم أنهم قالوا يستحب في رد السلام على الغائب أن تسلم على الذي سلم عليك والذي أوصل لك السلام. The ulama said you give salam to two, to the person who sent the salam and the one who delivered it to you. So you say عليك وعليه السلام. Salam to you and to her. Salam to her and to you. You both. Okay? And the Nawawi rahimahullah said that. And all the point is based on a hadith in Sunan Abu Dawud, but this hadith is very weak hadith. As the Nawawi himself said that. And Imam Ahmad rahimahullah was said, somebody give you salam, so and so give you salam. So Imam Ahmad said, alayka wa alayhi salam. Upon you and upon him, as-salam. And he said, that's what's been narrated from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. قال هكذا روي عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. أن رجلا قال له إن أبي يقرئك السلام فقال صلى الله عليه وسلم عليك وعلى أبيه على أبيك السلام. Salam upon you and your father. But this hadith in Sunan Abu Dawud, it is weak. Anas ibn Malik said, Ibn Malik كان إذا مر على الصبيان سلم عليهم. When Anas passed by kids, he gave them salam. Kids, children, young. And he said, كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يفعله. The Nabi sallam used to give salam to the children. So make sure when you pass by kids, you give them salam. So they learn from early stage that they give salam to one another. Also عن أسماء بنت يزيد رضي الله عنها قالت مر علينا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في نسوة فسلم علينا. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم passed by us, by women, and he said Assalamu alaikum to the woman. He gives salam. That's why it is permissible to give salam to women. But make sure that you give salam to women for the right intention and in the right way. Because some people, mashallah, you see Dr. Ishfaq, he said, Assalamu alaikum. And you see a sister, Assalamu alaikum. I mean, why Ishfaq, Assalamu alaikum? And here she's, Assalamu alaikum, like, so kind of dala. Why? Why would you like start like flirt with this eye? You know, and one of the worst things, give both salat. إن أسوأ الناس من امتطى الدين للدنيا. One of the worst things to do is to use the deen, the religion, for your own desires. To use Islam to fulfill your desires. Use Sunnah to basically to hit in a woman or to be a player. That's so evil. Don't use Salaam alaikum. Do whatever you want. That's very wrong. طيب. What about the opposite? Women giving salam to men. عن أم هانئ بنت أبي طالب رضي الله عنها قالت ذهبت إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عام الفتح فوجدته يغتسل ووجدت ابنته ووجدت فاطمة ابنته تستره. I found Fatima holding a curtain and covering the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم while he's taking a shower. فسلمت عليه. I said السلام عليكم. فقال من هذه? Who's this? I said this is أم هانئ بنت أبي طالب. Then the Nabi sallallahu قال مرحبا بأم هانئ. Welcome أم هانئ. Hadith في الصحيح. Also shows you that you are allowed to say to women give salam to men. Can you say more than wa barakatuh? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can I say more than wa barakatuh? Can I say extra? Wa barakatuh wa maghfiratuh wa ridwanu wa وتحياته وتبريكاته. I can add whatever you want. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَحَيُّوا بِأَحْسَنَ مِنْهَا. When you respond with better respond. So if you say Assalamu alaikum, I say wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. You say wa rahmatullah, I said wa barakatuh. But what if you say wa barakatuh? What do you do? قال بعض أهل العلم وبركاته is the cutoff. ولذلك قال ابن عباس انتهى السلام إلى البركة. Ibn Abbas said السلام ended by the barakatuh, no more. Okay? And Ibn Umar رضي الله عنه, a man came to him and he said السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته ومغفرته. فقال ابن عمر حسبك إلى بركاته انتهي إلى بركاته. Stop at وبركاته. Don't add any more in offering or responding. And Umar قال انتهى السلام إلى وبركاته. Salam ended at وبركاته. But to be honest with you, there is also plenty of narrations from the Sahaba. They added more than وبركاته. مرة ابن عمر قال وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته الغاديات الرائحات. يعني السلام عليكم day and night. And also when he said وطيب صلواته, he added. Okay, maybe if you add it one time, it's okay, but you should not add it in a consistent base more than وبركاته. The only thing that I would say, the word مغفرته came in a hadith. Shaykh al-Albani rahimahullah said it's acceptable, Hasan, that in the response he said ومغفرته. There is also another narration ورضوانه, but it's much weaker than the first one. But also مغفرته ورضوانه, if you add the concept together, it shows you that this is allowed to add. But I will feel more comfortable because that's what has been recorded from the majority of the narrations, that you end with barakatuh. طيب. The Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if you meet, you give salam. طيب. Is this applicable to, what if I meet someone who is younger than me? Do I give him salam or the younger one give me salam? You see? Al-ulama rahimahullah said, it doesn't matter. Whoever starts first is the best. So even if he's younger than you, you still give him salam. طيب. Can you repeat the salam? Can you repeat it? Like, let's say we're walking, me and you, Assalamu alaikum, then we went to the car. Okay? You get into the car, maybe one of these cars like Muhammad Saad has his car, he has to get inside, then he unlock the door for you to get in. It's not like one of these fancy cars where you just from a distance unlock all the doors. So, or one of these like cars that where you have to go all the way and do it, like Arafat's car, for example. You have to reach out and to manually over. So by the time you get into the car, can you say Assalamu alaikum? You see? Can you do that? Let's say me and you, we're talking. Assalamu alaikum, I got a phone call. So I'm answering the phone call. I finish with my wife phone call. Okay? And I turn off the phone. Then I go back to talk to you. Can I say Assalamu alaikum? So there is a fasil zamani or fasil makani. The answer for this, قول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في سنن أبي داود إذا لقي أحدكم صاحبه فليسلم عليه. When you meet your friend, give him salam. فإن حال بينهما شجرة أو جدار ثم لقيه فليسلم عليه. And separated by a tree or a wall, okay, then you meet him again, you give him salam. That's why Anas said, كان أصحاب رسول الله, the Prophet and companions, you walk together. And if there is a tree or something separate them from each other and they went left and right, then they meet again, they give salam to each other again. So a time, like a short period of time, like a phone call, for example. Also, I came to the masjid. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay? Then I went and I prayed sunnah. Then I came and I sat here. Can I say Assalamu alaikum again? That's a period of time separated from the first salam to the second salam. Al-ulama rahimahullah said yes. What's the proof? The proof is the story of al-musi' salatih, the man who known as the one who didn't know how to pray properly. That in Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam time, a man came and he dakhal al-masjid wa salla. He came and he prayed. And he came to the Prophet after he finished the prayer, he said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, go back, repeat your prayer. So he went and he prayed, then he came back. He's sitting here and he prayed there. Then he came back and he said what? Assalamu alaikum again. And then Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, you didn't pray, go 3 times. So Nabi approved him repeating the salam every time that he came back, and that's ikhtiyar Shaykh ibn Baz rahimahullah ta'ala. What is not right, that you are in the same gathering, You didn't leave, nothing happened, no separations, and you just keep Assalamu alaikum. I give you an example, and this has happened a lot. Now we have a gathering, and we say, I would like to know everybody's name. Then Aqib will say, Assalamu alaikum, my name is Aqib. Why Assalamu alaikum? There is no point. It's a very common thing. Have you noticed that? It's a very common, people say, Assalamu alaikum. There's no Assalamu alaikum actually here. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ordered us to give salam to those who we know and those who we don't know. Ibn Mas'ud said that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Inna min ashrat as-sa'a an yakuna as-salamu ala al-ma'rifah. One of the signs of the Day of Judgment, you only give salam to those who you know. We have to finish, I guess. We'll stop here because I still have about 16 points related to Assalamu alaikum. So, yeah. Do you want it? We can skip it next class. We can skip that 16 points. Next week. Yeah. Unless you want me to skip it. But I thought it's very practical points, like some of the. We will end here. I thought there is only 2 left, but no, there is 16 left. Then another one, we're going to talk about the rest of the hadith. So all this only in common on the قول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا لقيته فسلم عليه. You know, al-hadith, that's one of part of the science of hadith is too much. There's so many things you can learn from it. You know, and I always believe as-salam is one of the most amazing concept in Islam. There is so much rules and fiqh rules in relation to it. And one of the things that we, inshallah, next week we'll talk about, there is many things has to do with salam in salah, salam outside the salah, somebody praying, how he can answer the salam and so forth. Salam to non-Muslims and all these kind of things. We'll talk about, inshallah, next week. And we'll talk next week about the rest of the hadith, the other 5 pillars. Maybe it will take us 2 more weeks to finish them. But the good thing is, the other hadith about salam, which is going to come next, we're not going to go in details like this because we cover so much already in the first hadith. In my years in college, I wrote I authenticate a paper that's written by Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah about Assalamu alaikum. And in that paper that he wrote is about 100 issues related to Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And if you are interested in seeing, it's more than 100 points he mentioned. If you're interested to read it, it's published and it's part of a book it's called Bada'i al-Fawaid. Bada'i al-Fawaid, and it's part of it. It's about over 160 pages, something like that. It's a very interesting papers that he wrote, rahimahullah. Anybody?